How are we doing? Welcome back to the first ever FPL Mazza FPL video, and I'll be going over my Gameweek 28 lineup, which you can see on the screen. This week I have made two transfers, bringing in Virgil van Dijk and Semenyo, and getting rid of Cole Palmer and Reece James. And my current rank is 615k and 900. And all this video is going to be, there's not going to be many edits. When I watch FPL YouTubers, they have nice fancy edits, and that will be coming right now. This is just going to be my first video, a little introduction, and yeah, nice and short and sweet video. So obviously what I want to break down is what I'll be doing going forward. And yeah, last season I came 67k, 67 100 I think was my final position last season. And this season I want to get in the top 50k minimum, and I think we will do that by the time I start using my chips. Since the chips reset after Gameweek 20, I've only used my triple captain, which means I've got my bench boost, my free hit, and my wild card still to use. But right now I think my team's in a very healthy position. Yeah. And I'm unsure on captaincy this week. I'm thinking Bruno. This is the problem with not having Haaland. I sold Haaland about Game Week 15 as well. And the problem with not having Haaland is when there's a hard time to pick a captaincy like right now, and if Haaland starts in Halls, I could be in trouble. Bruno at home to Palace, I'm not confident in. Semenyo, I would go for Semenyo, but with Pep, I think there's a rotation risk with Semenyo. And again, I think I'll go for Bruno for that reason. And then it would be between Bruno and Embuemo, but I don't think Embuemo, obviously he's not on penalties. Bruno's locked 90 minutes, set piece taker. So I think Bruno's the safest option, especially when Haaland has Leeds away, which in my opinion is an excellent opportunity for Haaland. I think that's the only weakness with my team, is not having Haaland. And potentially Ekitike to Thiago, or there's a few changes I'd like to do, but I only had two transfers built up, and I thought I'd bring in Semenyo and Virgil van Dijk over Reece James and Cole Palmer, who started to have hard fixtures coming up, like Arsenal away this week. And if I'm going to wild card within the next 5 weeks, with Man City having that blank game week 31, and I think the Arsenal have a blank game week as well. So yeah, again, if you're new here, well, obviously you'll be new, it's my first video and you're enjoying it, smash that like button, subscribe, comment what you think about my team. And going forward, I'm going to be dropping game week teams that have my team, my final team. I'll have a set schedule. It won't just be last minute, like Wolves, Aston Villa obviously play it in about 4 hours time, and this video's coming out, so it's not much time. But going forward, I'll have a set schedule. And yeah, so yeah, obviously first video, let me know your thoughts if it's terrible or not. Obviously I'm just using the FPL sign in where you can just obviously see everything. Like last game I got 48 and overall rank, and yeah, overall points. So yeah, that is going to be all for this first video. I think quite happy with my team. I prefer the 5 at the back and 4 midfielders, 1 striker. I think 1 striker is the way to go, to be honest, on this game. And yeah, that's going to be my team for this week. And obviously last season, yeah, so 67,100 was my finish this season, last season. Season prior to that, 527k, but before that, to be honest, 2021 season, 2022, I wasn't really taking it seriously. And then I started to get competitive with my mates 2 seasons ago, and I thought I'd give it a go. Obviously got 500k, and then last season, properly locked in. At one point, I was at 1.9k at one point last season. Was the highest rank I got to, and then obviously ended 67k. But this season I want to go one better, top 50k minimum, and I think that is well and truly on the cards. So obviously happy with last season, but one day I want to come first in the world. And yeah, I'm just going to start uploading YouTube videos once, twice, 3 times a week minimum. I'll be putting my team out near the end of the game week. Like next game week, I think there's midweek games, so Tuesday. So I'll try to get my team line up on Monday for you. So obviously if you're following and you're liking the first video, wait, squad value 99.5k. So is my squad value 99.5 plus 2.1? Or is it just 99.5? Does that include the 2.1 in the bank? Somebody let me know. And yeah, so yeah, as I said, 2 game week transfers, brought in Semenyo and Van Dijk, sold Reece James and Palmer. This season, 31 transfers. That's interesting. Usually I just use it on my phone. I don't usually sign in on the computer. So it's interesting to see. Again, we can see when I've used my chips. So I bench boosted the first game week, wildcarded game week 6, triple cam game week 7, free hit game week 13. And as I said, since the game week 20 reset, I've only used my triple captain. So I've still got my free hit, still got my wildcard, and still got my bench boost coming up for between now, which is game week 28, and the end of the season. So 12 game weeks to use free chips. And obviously, in my opinion, the triple captain is the most irrelevant one. Obviously, the free hit can help a lot if you play it right. Wildcard is obviously the best, you'd probably say, and then bench boost can give you extra points. So, yeah, I think 3 of the 4 best chips I've still to use. I'm sitting at 600 odd K, and I want to get better than my previous rank. So, I'm going to show you my last week team before I brought in Semenyo and Virgil van Dijk. So, yeah, last week, game week 27, the average points was 45, and I got just above it. And as you can see, I triple captain Palmer, which, to be fair, out of everyone, I probably would have went Bruno if I didn't. So, yeah, Kanati done me well, but that's my point. I've sold Palmer, I've sold Reece James because of their upcoming fixtures. If you look at my bench was okay. I left Cunha on the bench. I thought Sesko was going to start, and I thought Cunha might have been benched, but then Cunha ends up getting the full game. Sesko doesn't even start, and then they take off Diallo, who's been getting 90 minutes under Carrick. They take Diallo off, and Cunha gets the full game. So, which is why I've started Cunha against Palace this week. That is my thoughts on that. And then Neto, who I've had for a wee while, targeting Chelsea fixtures, finally returns for me. Reece James, who I've had a while. To be honest, I wish I had Enzo here and Chalobah, because they're obviously fitness-wise and more likely to start and return. But I stupidly went Reece James and Neto. Never again. A lesson learned. So yeah, that's going to be it for this first YouTube video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. I'm really going to make this a habit of at least 3 posts a week, giving thoughts on lots of different things, and chip strategies, team lineups every week, guaranteed. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on the team, let me know your thoughts on the video, and just loads of things. I want to get the video better. Obviously, logging into my FPL and just recording from there is not the best way to do it either. So we're going to get proper formats in place, and yeah, we're going to start climbing the table from 615k and getting the top 50k within the next 12 game weeks. And yeah, again, let me know your thoughts. Virgil van Dijk for Reece James, Semenyo for Palmer, even though Semenyo is a blank game week in game week 31. I think I was right to hop on Semenyo. Time will tell. I might captain Semenyo. Should I captain Semenyo? Who knows? But that's going to be all for this first video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. My bench will be Krupi for sub, Neto away to Arsenal. I was also tempted with Dubravka over Raya, but I think Arsenal and Brentford are locked on to have the highest chance of a clean sheet. So I'm just going to leave my triple Arsenal defence at the minute. Barnes my last sub, cheap striker, will never play. So these two, and I fancy Krupi over Neto. Neto is in my plans to sell. So yeah. But again, we'll break down this in further videos. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, found it useful, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.